watching for Tyson Beckford. Shout out to the lady who stopped me today, who does the mail. She works for the post office. I watched out my window when I was scared to death to come out my house. She never quit. She had a mask on and delivered the mail every day. We talked today, and she told me she's a fan of the show and she watches every night. So shout out to the lady from the post office, the mail woman, for doing the job that we won't do. This is the biggest show in the game. Last night, legendary Goody Mall. The reason we call the Dirty South the Dirty South is because of the Goody Mall. Now listen, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm going to stay on this COVID shit. I'm going to ride this thing out. I've been in the house for 7 months. I might as well stay in here some more. I think I see Emmanuel Lewis on the check-in. Webster on the check-in. Shout out to Mama Bam. Bam from the Miami Heat. His mom's is also. She tunes in as well. Kenny Burns was good, my brother. Kenny Burns was good, my brother. ATL V103. Smartest decision they ever made. So, you know, I retired. I'm not a rapper no more, guys. I retired. I'm not a rapper no more. So I don't go by rap politics or nothing like that. And so here, man, we for the people. We here, we for the people, man. And I just say to myself, man, we've been through such a tough time. And the fact that we got each other, the fact that we can vibe every night and talk about real shit. None of this phony baloney. None of that bullshit. Oh no, we for the people. Joe Crack from a different texture. Some people say they're from a different cloth. I'm from a different texture. I'm from the soil. You come to the Bronx, you head towards my neighborhood, the buildings get rustier and darker as you approach my building. I'm from a different texture. We get it out the mud for real. Shout out Wild Cherry Pepsi. Emmanuel Lewis, we all we got. Yo, Emmanuel Lewis, Webster, man. Yeah, let me tell you something. Yeah, you something else. And so we've been going on like 7 months of the big show. Success Clothing. Hey, y'all, let me tell you something, Tone. That dog in the yard with Pistol, man, it's one of my favorite dogs in the yard. I did a dog in the yard with Pistol. He said it's going to be 3 episodes because I was talking so much shit. And if y'all want to know about jail reform, if y'all want to know about guys who've been in the prison system and came home and changed, and you hear all these compelling stories about it. And that's what we got to do. We got to start changing our minds from in there and get them help immediately as soon as they come out so they don't feel hopeless or they don't feel like they can't have a future and fall back into the same behavior. It amazes me that somebody could think he's the most popular guy in the world and go to prison, and then a couple of months later, his own family members won't write him or go see him, let alone his friends. He does 4 or 5 years, he comes home, all of a sudden he's home, hey, he's home, and he plays right along. Like they're really his friends, or they really cool with him. Once you get shown reality, once they show you who they are, you know what it is. So it's one thing, you can fool me, but you won't keep fooling me. When I know that you're full of BS. And let me tell you something, man. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting too old for this shit. I won't even entertain it no more. I used to come home sometimes with migraine headaches because I was trying to keep it real with my guys. And, you know, I got to talk them off a cliff. I got to this. Bro, they already know what I'm on. They know what type of time I'm on. I'm trying to get $1 billion. They know what type of time I'm on. They know he ain't playing. Tyson Beckford's coming up. Supermodel. So I had to throw the silk on. You know how I do. I had to throw the silk on. If you could smell me, I'll be smelling amazing. Wild Cherry Pepsi. You see the color coordination? The pink Drake, it's a mistake, but hey, you ain't got it, so fire. We from Forest, be strong or be gone. You ain't bullshitting, man. You ain't bullshitting. And I was telling somebody the other day, unfortunately, when you grew up in the era I grew up, and where I grew up, it literally was like 40 of us. And if I say 30 out of the 40 of us got killed. My mother has pictures with me and 16 other guys in front of 40 Deuce. You know the picture in the back. And I'm the only one alive. And so we thought this lifestyle was normal. We thought it was normal to die 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now that I'm older and I meet different people and I've traveled with them, like, it's not normal. It is not normal to die 16, 17, 18, 19. Wild Cherry Pepsi, oh God. Shout out my brother Chauncey. Y'all know what it is. And so what we do, we make something out of nothing. Basically what I'm telling you is we make something out of nothing. And I've learned. I'm going to give you a code. I don't know if I gave it to you yesterday. But I've learned. If people get rich, shout out to my girl Carolyn Aronson. She's having a baby. She owns It's a 10 products. Young Latina from Chi-Town was a hairstylist. She hated the products she used, so she went and created some. And they call it Golden Liquid because she's filthy rich after that. And so you got to learn and lead by example. There's things that you got right in front of you that you use over and over. And that if you got into that to creating a product that you know would work better than something that you need to pay for all the time, that's where the money's at. Toilet paper, toothpaste, soap, hair, shampoo, shit that you use every day. As simple as that. We listen to the president. COVID's a joke. The last 3 days, you walk out with a suntan. We look at the numbers. 210,000 people died of COVID. And so I'm going to tell you why I took the COVID test. I went to a couple of restaurants. My man Jesse Terrero had his birthday party. It was people acting like there was no COVID. I got scared. I did the test. My daughter was crying, the executive producer of the show. She thought I double-crossed her. She was crying because she hates this COVID test. We took it like 3-4 times every time we travel, go on vacation to some certain countries Turks and Caicos or the Bahamas, they want you to take the test so you go in there and you know you ain't got COVID. So she crying. I'm like, what's wrong, Mike? You set me up. I don't trust you. You set me up. I don't like taking the COVID test either, but I want to know. Tomorrow I'm going to my mother's house. They're old. My mom has respiratory problems. My father's just plain old. Before I walk up in that house, I want to know that it's safe. And so this shit we do here every day, we shoot the shit. And I've never been afraid because ain't nobody got more stories than me. Ain't nobody seen more shit than me. Ain't nobody had to do more shit than me. Put that into perspective. You get challenged to prove if you're a brave warrior. I'm not just talking about violence. I'm talking about in life. There's certain times, there's certain challenges thrown at you, and a lot of people just fold. I don't know how to do that. And so with all the mistakes, all the flaws, all the pitfalls, all the shit I done been through, I come on here and I tell you my experience. Win or lose. So that hopefully if you find yourself in a relative situation, you'll know not to go that route because Joe Crack told you. That ain't a go. But what happens in the leaders that came before Joe Crack and the Jay-Z's, they never told us. They never gave us a heads up. Young bro, let me talk to you for a second. Let me holler at you. I got an ill story. If Tyson ain't here yet, I'll tell you. God damn, some motherfuckers want to get on here, though. Man, Tyson ain't on here, but the whole planet Earth want to talk some shit today. His shit lit. As a Jesus. Oof. I don't know how I'm going to find a brother. Emmanuel Lewis. I'll tell you one, right? What I was going to talk about. Fuck. I'll tell you. So I grew up, real deal. Didn't do it by myself. Had some real ones hold me down as well. And these were bad guys. These were bad guys. But they all loved Joe. And I remember I get to telling my stylist, my brother Terrellish, a story. I told him one day we was in the pool. I said, yo, I grew up with some really, really bad guys, man. Like Terrell, like real bad guys, like pieces of shits pretty much, right? And Terrell looks at me and says, well, not that bad. And I said, really? These guys the worst. He said, well, they didn't shoot you in the staircase. They didn't kill you. And when he said that, I said, holy shit, you're right. Because 9 times out of 10 times you get killed or shot by somebody you know. Who think they know you like that. They take kindness for weakness. Shout out my brother Percy. He put up a post the other day. It was Tupac, a young lady, and some guys with him. And in the background, he said, this is the girl who accused Tupac of rape. This is the guy who tried to rob him and shot him in the lobby. The guy on the left is another guy that this and this. And I'm like, damn. Your enemies who want to kill you, set you up to go to jail. They all in the picture with you smiling. And the same shit with rest in peace Nipsey Hussle. The guy who killed him, they got pictures of him him with Nipsey Hussle. And so there's really, really bad people out there. And just when I thought I grew up with some motherfuckers, man, because they could have killed me, I'm sure I offended, argued, did everything I could. There's no way. You see, executive producer is getting a pay cut. Because she gets paid, guys. She gets paid. God damn, no way all these people want to talk some shit. And so, Tyson, if you're coming up, just put I'm here on the thing so I can hit you with that. Because that other way, the request is just so many people. Yeah, I read comments, guys. That's why we on live. When you say some smart shit, I'll answer. But if you talking some bullshit, I don't know you. Oh yeah, she's taking a pay cut. You know, she likes this new shit, Chrome Hearts. Ah, man. Let me tell you something, man. We want to spoil our kids. And sometimes they get to a point where they don't even know what's like. The other day I'm sitting in the couch and my daughter says, I said, what you doing, babe? She said, oh, I'm just bidding. Bidding on what, babe? I'm bidding on a Chrome Heart hoodie. It's $3,000. I'm like, fuck, what? I almost caught a stroke on the fucking couch. You what? No, it's a Chrome Heart. It's the new one, neon green. Dad, I'm like, are you... I almost snatched that phone and broke it. Like, and so, man, I don't know, man, because I've never hit my kids. I've always spoiled them. Because I used to get my ass whooped. And not, you know, my mom's was a saint with me, but you know, my pops, it was real. You know, it was back then when your pops would punch you in your face and shit like that. Like, and I never understood when my pops would hit me. And I love my father to death. But I never understood when he would hit me like I was a man or some shit. And I'd be like, damn, man, I'm your son. Why you hitting me that hard? You know? And I never raised my hand for my pops. You know? In fact, I'll tell you a story, man. When I finally moved out my house, I was 14. I was like a big 14. And, yo, Tyson Beckford just come in the comments. And so, you know, my pops, anytime he felt like it, punch me in the face, give me a back slap, whatever. Like I said, I've never hit my kids. And so, so one day he hit me, we was having dinner. And I grabbed his hand. Then he went to kick me. And I grabbed his legs. And I picked him up upside down. And I told him in Spanish, you can't fuck with me. And I was 14. I remember not hurting him, putting him down gently, and I left the house. I could not look my mother or my father back in the eye. And I remember going out in the staircase on the other side of my hallway. And I cried like a baby. Because I couldn't even believe I would answer my father back or even try to block or whatever the case may be. I don't understand when kids disrespect their parents. I don't understand that. And so from that moment on, I was 14, I went into the streets. Was I ready for the streets? No. Did I play it off? Did I act tough? Was I going all out there? Yes. But it was very scary. Yo, Ruben Diaz Jr., yo, what's going on, man? I spoke to Tyson. Yo, Ruben, you got Tyson Beckford's number. Tell him to hurry up. I talked to him today. And so, yeah. And it hurt me more. You know? Now I'm 14. I'm living in a crackhead hotel. You know what Dodge High School is at? Now they got motor vehicle. You know that little motel all the way up there by Crotona? And up there, what he said? I haven't talked to him in a minute. Yo, Ruben, you're crazy. Nah, Tyson's my man. He knows he's on tonight. I spoke to him. He must be a little late. So, and so I would stay in this crackhead hotel. Now every night it was sirens, people getting hit on the head with bottles, people shooting dope, and I was just a kid. I was just a kid, and I had to deal with it. And then I had the front like I was ill. And then I hustled, which was crazy. Let me see if Tyson Beckford is there. Man, that's my brother, man. Tyson coming. Yo, Fleazy Nation, BD, what's up? Yo, Azzy! I cannot believe Azzy is leaving me for dead. Then we talking real shit to Tyson gets here. I'll tell you some crazy shit. I had a boy, I won't say his name because he's a defector. But he was more advanced than me. Yo, Tyson, just talk in the comments. He's coming on. He just would text me, but just look for him because I can't find him. He ain't on there yet. He's coming on, he said. And it's, he's making a grand entrance. I don't think he's there yet. He told me he's coming. There's a lot of people trying to get. Everybody want to talk something, huh? I think that's the most we ever had, people trying to talk some shit, huh? He gonna come, yo, Tyson, just put a comment. Like I'm here. I'll see him. Shout out to Diddy. Spoke to Diddy earlier. We're getting all that together. Taking it to the big screen and all that. You know what I'm saying? More to the story is, my man come pick me up and he said, yo, I got the whip. Watch for Tyson Beckford. He said, I got the whip. And so we take two girls and we go hang out at Crotona Pool. Remember when you had to climb over the gate to go in the pool at night? Long story short, we was in a park, a Fifth Avenue, Park Avenue, some shit. It was like, it was burgundy with burgundy suede seats, brand new. Didn't know, well maybe I did. My man had stole a car, right? But didn't know who he stole it from. So all of a sudden, we get trapped off, and so they take us to this, that's crazy. They take us to this butcher shop. They take us in this, The car happened to belong. Yeah, I'm saying the car belonged to this big time kingpin guy. And so he knew my man who stole it, but he didn't know me. More to the story is, we in the butcher shop, he goes and puts a piece of beef in the machine and presses it, and it turns into hamburger meat. And y'all know the rest of the story. The man started grabbing my arm. I'm only 14 and pushing it towards the meat grinder machine. I almost shit on myself. He was going to turn my arm into hamburger meat. Be careful who you steal from, man. Be careful. Nah, I'm just... Huh?
He's not here.
He's definitely there. He told me he's not here yet, Mama. Executive producer. But he just texted me and said he's coming on. And the ladies want to see Tyson Beckford. They want to. Pretty insane, huh? Pretty insane, man. And then how you do it? I had some of my best friends tell me, Joe, every night you're going to bring somebody new. You're going to switch it up. I mean, you might not like the girl even Doja Cat came on here. Whether you do or you don't. Everyone must make a stop. Fat Joe's the Forrest Gump of urban culture. Either I made history for 3 decades, or I was there while somebody was making history. And so we all in there. We intertwine. Yo, why you acting crazy, man? Every now and then, you ever see your kids act crazy sometime when they just do dumb shit where you looking at them and you just like, yo, but what made you want to do the dumb shit, right? Huh? You just want to act like you dumb or something and dance on the side like you the dumb dance. You want to dumb it down, huh? Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, could you check now? I got a feeling he's dead.
Do you?
It's something weird about this. You know how they got like the request and then there's a skip and then who's watching? That's not happening today. Today is just people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. So yeah, all right. Let's talk our shit. And so let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you, inspiration. To Tyson comes. He's coming. The man ain't letting me down. He's coming. So watch the names. But I gotta talk to the people about something. Yeah, test move later.
Remember.
So I go. Yes. I remember when I was young, right? Very young. And I started rapping a long time ago. You got jokes. I was young a long time ago. And I would work my ass off every day. Just keep working and working and working. And they would tell me, yo, you don't know how long this is going to last. This rap shit is quick. It's a young man's game. Yo, you got to get to the money. And I would be flying to Africa, to Asia, to anywhere just trying to get $1. And so you let these people tell you, yo, you're never going to make that money again. Which is nothing wrong with working really, really hard. Right? But they have you believe that They have you believe that it's going to run out. And so they put a ceiling on your success, a ceiling on your success. But why put a ceiling on and limit yourself when even sky's not the limit? And so you look at somebody like Magic Johnson, has made more money than he could ever make as a basketball player after he retired. And so I believe that if you work hard and you diversify and you stay looking for different things to do, you'll make more money when you're older than you're even younger because you have much more wisdom. Board of Ed is hiring. That's cool. I'm not mad at these teachers. You ask me, you don't have to ask me. Everybody knows they don't get paid enough. And they're pretty much watching all your wild ass kids. Pretty much. So imagine you got to work and you know you got a kid that's wild for the night. You know it. Kid can't even talk yet. He's going, ah! You know that boy. That boy, when you drop him off at that school, you know that boy about to jump off them fucking walls. And so you take him in there. God damn. School, yeah, can learn, but it's almost get this boy out of here. Shout out Jay Majors. And so these teachers don't get paid enough money. And they in there, they bringing their own money and they buying their own supplies to help the students. It's like teachers don't get enough. But me, I got a different philosophy. Shout out to J.R. Ridinger, my mentor, founder, CEO of Market America. I don't think that somebody should work a regular job for the rest of their life. A job 9 to 5 should be temporary till you figure out what are you going to do to be a boss and own your own business. It doesn't have to be a Club Live. It could be a juice shop. It could be a donut shop. It could be a mechanic shop. But until you're the boss, you're working for somebody else and you don't truly have security and financial freedom. I'm telling you the truth. And this is hurricaning out here. Pick it up, see what she wants. And so, you have to find a way. You see those guys selling oranges by the highway? 2 years later, they owning a fruit stand. And then it turns to 2, 3, 4. And then before you know it, they filthy rich. And so you got to work on trying to own your own business. That's how I feel. Board of Ed's always been hiring. Do they get paid enough? No. Do they deserve more? Yes. Most of us wouldn't even be talking like this if it wasn't for the Board of Education. Check now, mama. Oh, that's how you do it, huh? Well, the good brother ain't on there yet. Yo, Tyson fucking with me, man. Yo, Tyson's my guy, too, man. I love Tyson Beckford. I wore a silk shirt and everything. Huh?
Can you text him? Just
Oh, you could
something.
do it. Back by popular demand. You know, I text your man Tyson Beckford like, yo, where you at, bro? I promised the ladies you coming through. And you know when I promise, they always come through. But even though we talking our shit. And we never run out of shit to talk. It's simple as that. So now, you have to say for yourself, if you ever want to get rich, then you got to figure out how to be a boss. Because workers very seldomly get rich. And you know, there's some people who want to get paid. And there's some people who's cool with having a regular life, mediocre life. That's not me. I got to go for it. I got to work harder. Shout out to my brother Pat Poose. He has an album. He has an album that came out, Endangered Species, today. I copped it first thing. And so, what happened? I can't do that?
What?
I told y'all last time about my daughter shushing me.
I didn't say that.
They said I was eating sushi too loud. They're very disrespectful, by the way. When you pay all the bills in the place to be...
I work for free.
Huh? You do not work for free, young lady. No, you do not work for free. You are caked up. You do not work for free. Do you eat what you want? Do you sleep in a... Are you serious? You're going to tell the people you work for free? Shit. Yo, I'm telling you, this is unbelievable. I don't know what kind of hallucinations go on here. And so, yeah, you got to try. Parenting at its finest. You know what's crazy about parenting is I don't think there's a perfect way to parent. And if somebody parents a perfect way, then power to them. You know, this is a job that you learn as you go along. And you know what I do hate is, look at Mayor Azzy. What I do hate is when you see people sick in the hospital when they're older. Their kids can live 5 minutes away and don't go visit them. People could be dying, having a stroke, whatever. They don't go visit their family. That shit bugs me out. Because if you're a kid, a son, a daughter, like you don't remember when your parents used to rush you to the hospital and take care of you and feed you and work for you. I don't get it. Like when my dad, and you know me and him, we can argue whatever the case may be. But when my dad gets sick, I'm the one in the hospital. And so, man, you got to support your family. You know, the other day I was with Rick Ross. The reason why I'm telling you this. And Rick Ross was like, I see you. Rick Ross was like, that when he got that scare, when it was very, very serious. And it was very, very serious. And when he woke up, he was in like an ICU with a bunch of people all around with wires on their head and in their chest and everything. And yeah, he had his mother, he had his family downstairs, 30 people trying to get upstairs. But he said after a week, he asked the doctor, yo, where the people visiting these people? And the doctor said, I'm going to be honest with you, Ross. When you get sick like this, your family never comes. Nobody comes visit these people. That's fucked up. That's plain old fucked up. Oh, Tyson, I don't see you commenting. Just go, yo, Tyson, you're 45 minutes late. 45. As he said he's commenting. Look for Tyson. He just says it's all. No, the other way. Other way. Shout out to Revolt TV every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Tyson, we don't see you, my brother. All I need is a yo. Hey, yo, when I tell you that it is raining a hurricane right now out my window in Miami. Yeah, be safe in New Orleans out there, man. There's a real hurricane over there. But it really ain't a hurricane. The eyes you gotta check is Tyson. Tyson said he hit me. He never lied to me in his life. So I gotta go off his track record. That's another thing, people, if y'all listening to me. Right? Something new I learned. Maybe it's because I'm older. Shout out Wild Cherry Pepsi. Somebody tells me something. Somebody get jammed in. Even if they look like they lying or they wrong. When I check their track record. When I check their track record. Saying ass. Where you at? You see him? You see him? I seen the yo.
Where?
Come on, go down. Check yonder where the teeth is. Yonder is the number.
I mean, I've checked so many times.
Yeah, but that you went on your phone
I
for
mean,
the
a
number.
bazillion times.
On there. You know he's Tyson Beckford. You going too fast. You can read all that?
You're gonna miss him out there.
Y'all see Tyson in the comments, y'all let me know. They say Tyson is there.
What, do you see him? Because
Everybody's saying Tyson is here, guys.
Okay. Do you see him?
Well, look for it. Cause
you don't see me looking?
They say he's there. They say he's there. Everybody's saying he's there. He is there. The whole world's saying it. So go all the way up.
See me
go back up.
At the same time as you.
Oh, yeah, I can't do it. You move around and then you're to left. Go up. Keep going up. Around and then you're to left.
I already did.
Is the number?
No.
It's the same number, the IG? Do you understand what I'm asking you or no?
You see me looking at them.
There he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, way later than I thought. The one and only. Hey, y'all, Tyson, man, y'all.
What's up, man?
Yo, you gotta stop. I was looking for you. I kept an anxiety, man.
Family, I was on here. I was listening to the story about Rick and the family and how everybody showed up, 30 people downstairs trying to get upstairs. And I'm like, yo. Everybody's commenting like, yo, Tyson's there.
Yo, Tyson,
what's up, my guy?
When I promised the ladies you coming,
you know I don't disappoint. You know when you ask me to do something, I'm always there. BX family for life.
Oh, always. Oh, shout out.
You know, baby boy.
Ruben Diaz on the check-in.
Is that your daughter there? And she's looking for me. I'm like, yo, I'm here.
Yo, that's crazy because all the comments was like, yo, Tyson's here.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find you.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this rain that we getting. I don't know.
No, this rain is crazy.
Bro,
yo,
I was just on 95. It's back
Tyson,
up.
you were obviously born handsome, extremely handsome.
Oh man.
When you was a kid, how do you know you was gonna be a model? Were people telling you that as a kid?
No, let me tell you the story. As growing up as a kid, I was like the entertainer of the family, like doing jokes, putting on plays and all that. So my thing was I wanted to be an actor. So I started going to acting school. And then somebody said, hey, man, they doing this casting for a Sprite commercial. So I went to that. And then Source Magazine saw me and was like, yo, can you fill in for this model in these pages? I was in the probably the third issue with Ice Cube on the cover. So I filled in for him, you know, for somebody else. And then everybody just kept calling me. Cross Colors called me. Kyle Kanai called me. And then I just started taking off. But the modeling thing was a side hustle. It was always going to acting school, you know, because I was going to go to Juilliard and everything. But I ended up getting on because of the Sprite commercial and BET and music videos. And plus I knew all the rappers, you know. And then I used to be on Tremont all the time. So, you know.
You know, I was talking to Diddy earlier.
Uh-huh.
And I asked him, I remember one time I was at a show. I don't know if it was Jacob Javits. It obviously wasn't Diddy because I asked him.
Yeah.
But you was in like a bag. Like what was that for? You was in like a coffee bean bag or something. Then you popped that. You remember the shit?
Yeah, that was the Jacob Javits Center, Black Expo.
Black Expo, you came out in a bag or something?
Yeah, you remember?
I was there, man.
And it was my man put me onto that. He was like, yo, come off the block and come with me to this thing and get some money and stop selling on the corner.
Yo, Tice.
Yeah.
And man, thank God. And so you become like this overnight sensation.
Yeah,
so
no lie, Joe. It happened overnight for me. It really did, because one day I was hustling on the block. The next day I was hanging out with rappers and, you know, famous people, you know? It just
I don't want to
that.
Are you telling us you used to hustle on the block, Tyson Beckford?
Yeah, man. You remember TNT?
Yo, Tyson, that's crazy. I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, because you know, I see Polo, I see Bodies, I see Sancho Pay.
You know, I even told Ralph the story because, you know, he from the Bronx too. So I told him, I said, look, Ralph, I used to hustle in the Bronx. I used to sell weed. I used to jack cars. I used to sell guns, all of that. Yeah.
Yo, Tyson.
I came up with the Shower Posse. I know you remember them.
We know all about the Shower Posse.
Yeah. I was 16 and running with the Shower Posse, my G.
Wow.
So when a lot of these dudes pop off how they gangster, I'd rather not talk about it because it's not something to glamorize. So for me, it was like, you know, I got indicted by the feds, everything. Co-conspirator, everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Tyson, man, I didn't know all that, man. I mean, I know you ain't no punk. I heard about a couple of scuffles. I know you throw your hands.
Oh,
Tyson
yeah.
is not afraid to fight.
No, I'm not.
No, I heard about a couple of fights. I know one, you stopped doing the celebrity basketball because somebody threw a ball at you. They said
Yeah. That was up at Gaucho's.
Oh, in the Bronx it happened.
Yeah, it happened in Gaucho's. I was getting ready to go off, but I had my team there, and my man was like, yo, what we doing? I said, you know what? We're gonna try to not do this, especially not with all these different celebrities here, because that was a little while after, like, you know, Puff had the party, and then the people had gotten trampled. So I wasn't trying to be all into stuff like that, you know. So I always said, once I left the street, I'm gonna leave the street behind me, and the street gonna stay where it's
Was you at the party where Heavy D and Puff and the people that got trampled on 145th?
No, but I was getting dressed to go to that party that night. And I
think me too.
Going.
I wasn't there, but I think I was gonna go.
Yeah, everybody was gonna go. That was the spot. You know, because Puff had been promoting it for so long throughout the city. And I think he had come home from school, because remember, he used to go to Howard. So, and
he
he
was
remember
going
he had
to parties.
Yeah, he had that white 3 Series Beamer.
Yeah. You know, Puff,
remember that?
You know, I can't, you know, I'm proud of Puff. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Puff used to run up on me, and I'd be on a Benz and Beamer. a Beamer, and he'd be like, damn, Crack, you got the big shit. This
Yeah.
before it was like Bad Boy. This when he was a party promoter. He be like,
Yes, you
damn, you got
remember.
some big shit on your neck. I can't
Yeah.
run up puppies a Billy now. But
Yep.
you know, at that time, I used to see him look at my shit like, damn, this Joe
Yeah,
getting
nah,
the
he used
bag
to
in the
check us
street.
all out. And then the thing about him, though, you had to respect, he went out and got it. If you had it and he wanted it, he gonna go get his too. So that's why you gotta, you know, everybody from New York, we always had respect for each other. Whether we got along or not, we always had that respect. Like, yo, that's Terror Squad crew, that's Bad Boy crew. You know, we always had respect, you know?
You know, it's so hard, let alone to come from where you come from, where you tell us you admitted, you know, you started you was from hustling, robbing dudes, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you coincidentally you get it, you explode.
Yeah.
But how do you make the transition, which nobody knows how to do, from urban into commercial? Because at one time you were the black supermodel. Besides Naomi Campbell, I'm sure you came up with her.
Yeah, no,
right?
I did. What it was like, I gotta say that the source had put me on so good that I was getting calls from pretty much like the Carlton Eyes, the Cross Colors, the local black designers who advertised in the source. And then I got a call from First Down, and you remember that.
The First Down bubble. You was rocking the bubble.
So my man called me about 8 o'clock at night, and I was up this time. I was living in Harlem, and he said, "Look, man, I got 5 stacks for you if you come do the shoot real quick." I said, "Yo, I'm about to get in the Lincoln Town car. I'll be there in about 15 minutes." So me and my man went down there, and my G was like, they had laid out all this plan of how they wanted it shot, and then you know that they were trying all the shots and they weren't coming through right. So the dude said to me, "How would you do it?" So I took my shirt off and like put on the coat and just started. They threw on some hip hop music. I just started wilding, screaming like ah, and like pulling on the coat. And that they was like, "Yo, this is it." And we knocked it off in like 5, 6 shots. And they was like, "Yo, this is about to be the ad campaign." So my man gave me my money in my brown paper bag, and I went home.
And that's really what kicked you off was that First Down.
First down. Yo,
and that was really because they must have had a lot of money for promotions, right? So you was everywhere?
Yeah, it was anywhere that it was winter. So Detroit, DC, New York, Virginia, just pretty much anywhere where you wore that kind of coat. You know?
How did you get approached by Ralph Lauren and Polo? Because I think that's what moved you over to like the bigger picture, huh?
That took me to supermodel status. That was basically me going on the casting to go see a photographer by the name of Bruce Weber. So when I went to see Bruce Weber, he was like, "Yo, did you play any sports?" And I used to play football in high school. So he was like, "Yeah, you built, you know." And I said, "Yeah, I used to play football." Then he sent me up to Ralph Lauren, and I went in for a casting, and it was like a Thursday, and they were fitting suits that day. So the lady said, "You kind of too big for the suits. You want to come back and do the sports line because we got something called Polo Sport getting ready to drop." And I said, "All right." So I came back the following Thursday, and they took a couple Polaroids, and they said, "Look, we're going to go up to Ralph's office and come back." So I'm thinking it's just some employee named Ralph who signs off on everything. So they come back downstairs about 10 minutes later, and they said, "Thank you." And I said, "Okay, cool." So I rolled out, not knowing it was the Ralph Lauren. So I might have got maybe halfway down the block from 650 Madison, and my phone rang, and it was my agent. He said, "Yo, you just got booked for the Ralph Lauren fall winter campaign." I said, "What?" So
shout out Ralph Lauren, man.
It was history after that, man. Ralph saw the pictures and he loved me. And then when he found out I was from the Bronx, forget it. That's when he said, "Yo, you want a contract?" I said, "What we talking?" So he threw the numbers at me. I threw some back at him. So we came to a conclusion of what we're going to do, and that's it.
At that point, it was life-changing money.
Oh, yeah.
Like you was just saying you was going there for 5 G's in a brown paper bag. Now you're talking Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, so you talking 6 figures, man. By the time I left the company, I was probably pulling in probably anywhere from 1.5 million, which that was not happening for a male, let alone a female. So
Was there other black models? Was there other black guys modeling with you?
No. It was always me and the white guys. The black guys didn't come in till probably about 1998. That's when he came in. So I started with him in 93. So it was just, you know, I opened the door for the brothers.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
we had Puerto Rican models coming after that too, because I worked with a couple Puerto Rican guys, you know, straight from PR.
Wow, they came
yeah,
up
Papa.
there. And you know, so Naomi Campbell, at what point you met her?
I met her like probably my first year in the business, you know. She was super cool because she was like, we were at a party or something. I forgot how we met. We met at a party, and then she was like, yo, I'm so proud of you, my brother. And, you know, the fact that your background is Jamaican, you're from the Bronx, and you keep it real. Because they used to call me model gangster. So,
model gangster?
Model gangster, because I was from the Bronx, and you know what I mean, a lot of times. Like,
and you ain't no punk, Tyson.
No, I ain't no punk. So, you know, I remember going to a photo shoot for Vibe magazine with Terry Richardson, and the stylist at the time tried to do some old punk shit and was like, yeah, go over there and change your clothes. I said, all right, cool. I said, no, I'm gonna step in the bathroom. He said, no, do it right here. I said, homeboy, hold on. I don't get down like that. I said, look, I ain't got no problem against gay people. I respect y'all, but y'all gotta respect me too. So he was like, if you don't change here, you better just go. I said, well, fuck it then, I'm out. So I dapped Terry off, and then I walked out. And then by the time I walked over to my agency, they was calling the phone and was like, can you come back? I was like, nah, because you tried to play me on some gay shit. I said, I ain't for that. I came to work. But if you don't want to do that, then it's fine with me. And I never went back.
And so you worked with a lot of gay people, obviously, in the fashion world.
I do.
And did they respect your space for you?
Yes. And that's how I got the name Model Gangster, because I had roughed those two stylists up.
So they already had the rumor. Yeah, he the pretty boy, but don't fuck with him.
Right. He not gonna jump on your casting couch. Don't come after him like that. So, you know, once they found out I was Jamaican, I'm from the Bronx, yo, forget it.
You know what's crazy?
I was still carrying a burner to work because I still had to go back to the hood. So, and I had the throwaway burner in my backpack.
Yo, did you ever get hate from like guys in the hood because you was handsome and you was modeling? Did you ever get like jealousy?
I got a lot of that. I had niggas in the hood talking about they want to slice my face open, and I was like, try it, because I had that burner. I had that 4/5 in the JanSport backpack.
Yo, Tyson, you gotta stop. Yo, Tyson. Yo,
you
Tyson.
know me, Joe. I keep it real. I stay with it. I stay with it.
I got a little boy, not a boy, he's a man, but he used to train my daughter, and he went out there to LA, and he was, you know, he's one of the greatest dancers in the world. And he tried out for like dance groups, and he's better than everybody.
Right.
But he said they were hitting him with that, yo, if you know, they was trying him, like, you know.
Yeah, and
like if you ain't gay, like you can't dance here. If you and you know, we not got nothing against the LGBT.
No, we don't have nothing against them. It's just like, you know, and that's the thing. They're gonna try you. It's like it's like going to jail. They're gonna try you in jail. But once you had lay down that groundwork, like, no, I'm not about that life. They don't mess with you like that no more. You know, they show you the respect. You know,
and I would imagine, I was trying to think, right, and I said, I've never seen Tyson publicly with like a famous chick.
Now, in the 90s, I did.
So who you dated publicly, grabbed her hand and walked into a club with them or some shit like that?
I walked around with Chili from TLC for a hot minute.
Yeah, Chili from TLC was
your
joint back in the day?
Yeah, we was talking for a little bit.
And
that was in the height of Crazy Sexy Cool. Yeah.
You know,
I was at the
I was
album
thinking,
release
I was
party.
like, yo, maybe he wasn't into like famous chicks.
Nah,
Cause
I done knocked off the hood broads, and then I started going with the round the way girl was the thing. But then I started hanging out in the industry and started meeting industry ladies, and it was, whole different world.
whole different world.
Yeah, because they would start taking me to dinner, and I was like, okay, because normally it's us like, I take a chick to City Island and
Yeah.
get that
Little
special.
Sammys. You know, once you take a chick to Sammys, you gotta
the
get it.
special. A Friday night.
If a dude take a chick from the Bronx to Sammy's to City Island, it's going down.
You like her.
You really like her.
You really like her if you're taking her to Sammy's.
And so now they start taking you.
Yeah, and they wasn't taking me to Sammy's. They taking me to like Ruth Chris and all that nice shit downtown.
Polo Club.
Cipriani's, all of that shit.
Cipriani.
Yeah, all of that, bro. All of that. So it was a different kind of movement, I had to put the hood broads on the side.
And
But every year I showed up at Puerto Rican Day Parade to find me a mommy,
Yeah. Hey, yo, Tyson, they go, so they say, you take a girl down and you be like, yo, I'm going to put her in the books. I figured they was chicks trying to put you in the books.
Yeah, I'm probably in a couple books. Probably in a couple books.
Yo, Tyson,
because back them days we thought we was porn stars, so we had names, and we had names.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Yo, Tyson, man, it's so crazy, man, and they can't believe you from the Bronx, and you did all this. Like, what really bugged you out? What made you know you made it? Like, where did you go? Did you go to like Saint Tropez or Dubai or Morocco? Where did you go that people?
I did all of that, Joe. But what really made it for me was driving down the West Side Highway and seeing that big, huge Polo billboard. And
I know the feeling.
Yeah, and every 6 months there was another billboard, and I'm in my Ferrari driving down the West Side Highway, and it was just like, bro, I knew I done made it. No more government cheese, no more late with the rent, none of that.
I used to go whenever we used to perform like the Apollo or what's that, Radio City Music, and they got my names on there.
Yeah.
I would park across the street and just stare at it like, and look at
it's accomplishment, It's an accomplishment, and to see your name up there like that and then have it to be with somebody else who's just as big or even bigger, it's amazing, man. It's really amazing.
Yeah. So what are you doing to diversify now? Because you obviously can still model, but I mean, like, what are you doing to diversify?
Actually, I retired in 2008, and what I do now, I do spokesman stuff, which sort of might seem like it's the same model stuff, but I just completed a scripted TV series that I'm shopping now, and it's doing really well. We had so many people. I was on a Zoom call today, and it's doing pretty well. It's called Throttle. It's about a dude from Miami who just changes the world. So I got a spot for you, and I need you.
Yo, I'm there, Tyson. Me and you. Me and you about to get some money on some other shit while we sleep. Residual income.
Yes, that too.
I'm not telling them about while we sleep.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Joe, we can't tell them yet. We just got to hit them with it.
Can't tell them.
They don't know that.
I don't want to tell them. Khaled came on here and tried to talk. I was like, yo, Khaled, chill.
Yeah, nah, don't let him. Tell him you got to keep it in the bag.
Let that thing go, and we're going to change the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with you, even though without elaborating, I've always loved you as a person. And you being from the Bronx, and with this business situation that we got going, I was like, and we was looking for the perfect one. And I ain't even gonna lie. Somebody said Diddy's name, and I said, Tyson Beckford.
You mean I beat him out? Oh, that's
Yeah, you beat him out. You
man.
beat him out. I said
That
Tyson
means a lot to me, bro.
Beckford,
That
he's
means a
the
lot.
man. He's the one we got to use. And then I know you're very, very particular about who you do business with or what do you do. And so I had to tell you, I said, yo, Tyson, I promise you, you're going to make money while you sleep. And
Bro,
you trusted me.
When you called me about it and told me who else was involved, I said yes. You see how quick I did my paperwork? I got it back to you. Because for a minute there, I had my lawyer call your lawyer and say, hey, did you not get it? Do we need to send it again?
Nah, man. Nah, you in. And you're going to make money while you sleep.
That's it.
It's simple as that.
You love, man. That's the thing that I love. That it's with you, Khaled, whoever else is with us. It's family.
That's what I did. So
you always treated me like family since way back in the '90s, from Showbiz and AG days.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And still to this day, whenever we see each other, it's like we've seen each other yesterday.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We in the club, we on the table, fuck that.
Anywhere you
Tyson,
perform,
what's up? What we drinking?
You know it. Any city that you perform in, you notice I'm always stage right of you. I always got your back because I never let nobody do nothing to you.
That's a fact. And I know you got a thing about them guns, so you got an arsenal.
Yeah, man. I started training different people, and I mean, it's something, living in the Bronx and growing up and just being like, man, that was my thing. I used to clean the guns for the drug dealers because they didn't know how to take them apart. So, you know, I was like 12 taking them apart. So they were.
So you always had a thing for guns. It's just not legal in New York.
Yeah.
But when you move where guns are legal,
yep,
you're like in heaven.
I moved out of Manhattan just to get to Jersey so I could get a permit. So as soon as I turned 21, I moved out of Harlem and went to Jersey, and then from Jersey I came here, and then you know we Florida boys now.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something. That boy, my accountant came here.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband yesterday. Her husband got a thing for guns, but forget about him. He showed me his neighbor has a tank, bro. They got these big houses like, oh, bro, where they live? Homestead or something?
Yeah. That's where we go shoot it. Homestead.
Yo,
it's crazy down there.
Yo, the neighbor got a tank, bro.
Yep, I believe it. And it works.
And he was like, yo, bro, anything happen, I'm running to the neighbor's crib.
Yeah, you just get in the back of that tank. You good.
Yo, that shit is crazy. So you have a heavy arsenal of artillery.
Everything. You name it, I got it.
So you just fell in love with guns.
Yeah, anything mechanical was always my thing, from motorcycles. I mean, I used to ride with the Rough Riders, the Buccaneers, all these guys in New York back in the day. And anything had a motor or that we could race, we did it. You know, from the dirt bikes all the way to the street bikes to the race cars now, you know.
I'm going to ask you one more thing, right?
Yeah.
So you're going through your whole travels.
Mm-hmm.
Is any chick that ever looked at you that blew your mind that you could not believe that this girl would look at like because you Tyson Beckford, I'm Fat Joe. But you got the inner Tyson. I got the inner Joe. So I'm just saying, was there ever somebody so big that looked at you, Cher or something, who knows, whatever it was, that you turned around and you was like, oh shit.
Oh man, I could name a few, but I don't want to throw no names out there.
No, don't throw no names. Don't throw no names, Tyson.
Yeah, there was some big ones because I was just like, you know, I'm super chill. I laid back, and I didn't think they was checking me out, but they was checking me out. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I had my share of moments where I felt like, yo, what the fuck? You know, I just kept it moving like, yo, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I've been to the Oscars like 2 times already. So for me to be there and be like, oh, you like my tuxedo? Oh, all right. You know? Hey, Bronx niggas get everywhere, baby. We everywhere.
That's crazy. Yo, my brother, I love you, man. Thank you for coming on here. I'll see you soon. I'm here. And
Yes,
I'm
I'm
COVID.
here too.
I just took my COVID test today. I'm
Okay.
negative, baby.
Yes, sir. I see you. You're looking good.
I love you, my brother. You stay up, all right?
All right, love you too, baby.
All right, stay up.
100.
You don't know who I know. Look at this shit. Tyson Beckford talking that shit on here, boy. You don't know who I know. It's that Joker Moments. It was too much Joker Moments. Shout out DJ Camilo on the check-in. Ted Smooth, if you there, come on off forever. Hold your peace. Shout out to Tyson Beckford, one of the coolest, one of the realest. I know. You don't know who I know. He come up on here talking that real shit. Oh, man, Shower Posse, Jamaican, Bronx, this, that. I was like, damn, you know, I was like, yeah, when I look at Tyson Beckford, look, I threw the silk shirt on. I'm thinking Central Pay. He talking that shit. It reminded me of when Albie Shaw came on here. Albie Shaw came on here, and shout out to my brother Albie Shaw, get better soon. He's not that sick, but he you know, Albie Shaw, my brother, get better. Love you, bro. And shout out to Bismarck. I spoke to his wife yesterday. He's getting better, you know, every day at a time. It's crazy that our legends, our icons, you know, we getting old, man. It's just, you know, some people touching that, you know, they touching that. They playing with that third rail. That's why, you know, I try my best to work out every day and try to be healthy. Yo, Spin King. What's up, Spin King? I got Camilo in the check-in. I got Spin King in the check-in. Jeez. And so Tyson coming on here. New music Saturday, tomorrow, 4 o'clock. All new artists, rappers, R&B singers. Hit the DM. It's going on tomorrow. You know how I do it every Saturday at 4 o'clock, where I just pick random people and I get it popping. You know what I'm saying? And I let you showcase your talent. Last week was kind of hard. Wasn't crazy. The week before, stars. Last week, you know, it's hard when you give people a chance and some of them are whack and you don't want to diss them because you try and give them a chance. It's some hard shit where you just start picking out different artists and try to give them a chance and they come on here with the trash and you don't want to diss them. It's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. Ted Smooth, my brother. I always call for Ted Smooth and the man never show up when I call him. That's crazy. You know, for a guy like me, who likes telling stories, man, it's pretty amazing every night to hear some crazy shit. Like Tyson Beckford, who would have thought the pretty boy was cleaning guns for drug dealers and wilding and it's really crazy. Yo, Ted, comment if you can, please. Wild Cherry Pepsi. And so the night before, the Goody Mob talking their shit. And the night before that, boo Kanye West's lawyer. That's as good as getting Kanye West on here. It ain't Kanye West, but it's the man that's sitting right next to him right now. Before that, we did the Puerto Rico tribute. 3 years since the Hurricane Maria. Puerto Rican's contribution to hip hop from the birth. We've been talking some shit, guys. Then Monday was crazy. I had Hitmaker and Rick Ross on, and that was unreal. It's some new shit I've been doing, where I just write down different notes all day and just come on here and talk that shit with you. Yo, Ted Smooth, wherever you at, Papito. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got some notes right here. Hold up, where was it? Shout out my brother Dan Tan. And so it goes. You gotta have the people with you. If the people ain't holding you up, deported veterans would be terrible. If you fought for this country, you shouldn't get deported. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Also, something that's been happening before the end of time is it's unfortunate that our brothers and sisters fight for this country and they end up homeless. And so here in Miami, when you drive the highway, every 2 seconds you see, let's stop homelessness. Let's stop veteran homelessness. And there's a bunch of that shit. And do you know it costs us $500 million for the president's security annually, every year? But we want the president safe. You don't think some of that money could go to veteran homelessness? It's a shame that somebody put their life on the line for this country and they homeless. Ted Smooth, I guess we'll do it tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Everybody put God first. Love you guys. Stay safe. I'll see you Monday. If not, 4 o'clock tomorrow. New artists. Saturdays, where it goes down. For real. I see you, Brooklyn, baby. Everybody on the check-in. Peace. The Big Show.